Hey everybody, it's Becky with the Sweet Tea Shed, and I just did a live. I don't think I had ever tried the ironing method with my crates that I do. So I wanted to do that live, but I thought, hey, I'm going to make a video as well and post it to my YouTube channel because I've not posted on my YouTube channel in a while. So I'm really sorry about that, but I'm going to show you how you can use the ironing method when you're doing crates. Now this is the exact same method that I would use and that I do use when I make my ceramic tiles or my canvases or my wooden tiles. Any hard surface you can use the ironing method on. Now if it's plastic or something like that, you're going to use a hot iron, so obviously it's going to melt, right? So I just wanted to make that clear. But yeah, so I did it live and it worked so good, and I just can't believe that I've never done it on crates before, but that's okay. So again, I just wanted to come to you on this video and do a quick tutorial on how to do that. So this one's all prepared already, but I'm going to show you what I did. It's got one coat of chalk paint on it. These are just crates from the Dollar Tree, right? It's got one coat of chalk paint on it. And then I spray painted the inside just because I wanted some color. And everything's dry. And then I've got one coat of matte Mod Podge on here, and it's completely dry. Obviously, I'm handling it. And you want to do this when your Mod Podge is dry. Don't do it when your Mod Podge is wet. I think you should, just the way I do it, I think you should wait till your Mod Podge is dry. If you do it when it's wet, that's fine. So then I took the liberty. This is a beverage size napkin, but isn't this a beautiful napkin? I picked these up this weekend. So pretty. So I went ahead and took the liberty and just cut it in half. I've got, got the whole thing. It's got 4 panels, but I've already got Mod Podge on here and it's dry. So this is how you do the ironing method. Again, on any kind of a hard surface, I'm going to place my napkin where I want it. And one cool thing about this particular, let's get that back a little bit so you can see better. One cool thing about the crate and a beverage size napkin is it just depends on how you do your crates. This is how I do mine, but it will wrap around all the way to the side. So I've already got 2 sides with 1/2 of a beverage napkin. Pretty cool, huh? So again, you do it how you do it, but this is how I do it. Place it wherever you want it. One bad thing is that you're only going to get this much, right? Because you've only got about, I don't know, 3 inches or so. All right, so you place your napkin on top of your dry Mod Podge. And then you get your piece of parchment paper, and this is just parchment paper that you bake with, right? So whatever store you get that kind of stuff at, you just get it and you put it on top of your hard surface. And then I've got just a regular old iron because I don't have a crafting iron yet, but my safety tip is always, these are hot, so be really, really careful. So you're just going to put your iron on top of your napkin. Now you're not going to go back and forth really, really hard, because if you do that, you're going to move that napkin and you're going to wrinkle it all up, and it's going to be really frustrating because I know, because I've done it. So I'm kind of holding the corner over here a little bit, if you can see, just a little bit, and I'm putting my iron down. And what's happening is you're adhering that glue to the napkin, and it's adhering to your wooden surface or your tile surface, whatever you might be using this for. So as you can see, I'm not moving it really fast. But you want your iron, my iron's on like medium to high, kind of in between medium and high, and absolutely no steam. No steam, just hot. And kind of just slowly going back and forth. And what's way, way cool about this is that it's taking out all the wrinkles. You're not going to have any wrinkles when you use the ironing method. I shouldn't say none. You might have a tiny wrinkle here or there, but nothing like you're going to have when you just do Mod Podge. And if you're looking for that Mod Podge like this one, if you're looking for the kind of the wrinkle look, hey, that's totally fine. But if you want something a little bit different, then I would recommend you do this. So again, this is really hot, but if you look, I hope you can see it on this video, there's no wrinkles on here. Isn't that adorable? There's no wrinkles. And if you do this to coasters, it's just smoother than a baby's tush. And since this is wrapping around, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take my parchment paper. Again, I've already got a dried layer of Mod Podge on here. I just use matte. You use whatever kind you want, but I just use the plain old matte kind. Right? I'm going to grab my iron. Again, very hot. So I just place it on top, and just for about 4 seconds or so, I just kind of set it there, and then I move it very, very slowly It's just my method. I figure if I just sit it on top for just a second, with just a little bit of pressure on it, it melts it, and then I can kind of just smooth it a little bit by pulling my iron back, right? I don't know, 15 seconds, I don't really count. I don't know, something like that. And then put your iron down and remove your parchment paper and make sure that she's stuck on all the sides, and she is. I hope you can see that. There are no wrinkles. So, now it's warm. It's not hot, but it's warm. So since I have no Mod Podge on it and everything it's dry, it's all dry, I'm going to take my file and I'm going to get this excess napkin off. And this is so easy. If you have a hand file or you have like an emery board or a fingernail file, that's all you need. And you're just literally going to go along it. Boop, 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 and it's cutting that napkin perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Just perfect. Just looks so cute. And then I'm going to do the bottom the same way and get that excess napkin off. And it just cuts it right off for you. Look how, I mean, it's just perfect. Just perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Again, you just can't ask for a cleaner cut than that. And you cannot ask for a smoother surface when you use the ironing method. So, oops. So I'm going to cut all this edge off because I'm going to go and I'm going to do the entire other side. Way cute. Way cute. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do the other side now. Again, I'm just going to line my napkin up. It's a beverage size napkin. However you want to put it on there. And then just make sure that you have enough, right? You want to cover it. So I'm just going to line it up the best way that I can. Or what I think looks good. Everybody has different ideas of what looks good. That what makes us all kind of different, right? So, all right, I got him lined up there the way that I want him. Put him on there. Voila. Kind of let it melt just for a second. Again, I don't know if that really happens, but in my mind, it's melting, right? So I just let it set for just a second, and then I move it really easy. Again, don't do it fast because you're going to bunch that napkin up. I have done that before. You know, it's like you're ironing clothes. Yeah, you're not ironing clothes here. You're ironing a beautiful, delicate napkin. Again, absolutely no steam. Just a dry, hot iron. And if you pull it up and you're like, oh shoot, that's not stuck down, just put your parchment paper on, do it all over again. And voila, she's stuck. She looks good. I'm just making sure that she is all the way down because if she's not, then that will start pulling up. And we don't want that to happen. All right, my last one here. Oh, this is just so cute. This is so cute. I just can't believe that there's no wrinkles in it. So cute. So the other thing I was concerned about is because if you follow me at all at the Sweet Tea Shed, you will know that I'm in the process of making several crates because I have a vendor show. So crates are my bestseller, so I'm making crates. So anyway, so I've got tons of these crates. I don't remember where I was going with that story. Anyway, okay, so good Lord. It's been a long day. It is Monday. Where was I going with that story? I make crates. Anyway, so so making these crates, and then when I'm done with this, what I will do is I will spray paint it with like an acrylic or whatever kind of gloss that you might use. I know where I was going with this story. Sorry, he's kind of like squirrel. Okay, so where I was going with the story, oh Lord, is with these crates, when you do Mod Podge, napkin Mod Podge, and everything is still wet, when you Mod Podge, you get to see this real pretty crease in here. And that's one of my favorite part of the crate, to be very honest with you. I love being, it looks like a real crate. Well, when you do it this way, you can kind of see it, but the napkin isn't like down in that little crevice. And so it's like, well, it still looks really, really cute. But, so on my live, I thought, well, I'm just going to Mod Podge over it and see what happens. So let me get this off, and I'm going to show you what happens when you Mod Podge over those creases, because you want to seal it with something. So if you use like the glossy Mod Podge, that'll give it a real pretty glossy shine. But I have my matte here, and I'm just going to use matte. So And I need to punch out the little handles and stuff, but you know, that's pretty easy. I'll do that later. So again, it's just beautiful. It came out beautiful. If you are a Mod Podger or a decoupagger, beautiful, beautiful. Now, where's my brush? Oh well, I'll just grab another brush. All right, I'll grab another brush quick. Who knows what I did with it. So what I want to do now is, again, if you like the look that you can't really see the little crevice in there, hey, then you're done. Then you are absolutely done. Spray paint it. Make sure you seal it with an acrylic or with a Mod Podge matte, Mod Podge gloss, whatever, but seal it. Otherwise, you're gonna, if it gets wet, you're gonna ruin that napkin. So what I did on my live was I just took Mod Podge and thought, hey, we're just gonna give it a shot, and I'm just gonna Mod Podge it, right? So, or put Mod Podge on it, however you want to say that. And I can already tell that it's going into the creases. So when you're doing a crate, be sure you take your brush and you go along the crease, right? And you make sure that you get Mod Podge down in that crease. And if you can see now, you can see that little crater or little indentation, whatever that is, which is what I love about the crate. So it's like, oh my gosh, not only do we get wrinkles out, we even got the dadgum indentation to show. So I am tickled pink with this process, and that's it. So I just wanted to take time, again, to do a tutorial, post this out on Facebook. I'll also post it at the Sweet Tea Shed, and maybe do some links. So please continue to share the Sweet Tea Shed. Just tickled about how this came out. This is the one that I did live. Look at this beautiful napkin. Again, you can see the crevices in it, right? But there are no wrinkles. No wrinkles versus this beautiful USA one. The wrinkles aren't bad, but you can see some wrinkles in it. I didn't do the ironing method to that. So these two are the ironing method. What a difference. So there you go. I did a test tonight. Mod Podge, let it dry, napkin, parchment paper, medium to warm iron. Took that off. I wanted the crevices to show, so I purposely went along those crevices or indentions with my Mod Podge, but I'm also going to seal it with something shiny because I think she needs to be shiny. So anyways, you guys take care. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. Please share it with other folks. I wish you guys were here and we could have a glass of sweet tea. I'm in Nebraska and it's snowing. Not very much, but holy cow, it was in the 70s and now it's snowing. So you guys be kind to each other, stop and smell the roses, and have a glass of sweet tea. God bless you all. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.